Hi, welcome to Bearing in Mind Beer Reviews. We are looking at a series of beers from the Baird Brewing Company in Shizuoka, Japan. And in our last video, we looked at one of their mainstay beers, their regular beers, called Numazu Lager. Today, we're going to take a look at another beer from them, and this one is called Temple Garden Yuzu Ale. And this is a fruit beer, flavored fruit beer, at 5.7% and 25 IBU, International Bittering Units. And this is one of their, in their Fruitful Life series, they call it. When they use fruit in beers, they put it into their category of Fruitful Life beers. And Baird Beer has been around for about 20 years. The founder, Brian Baird, and his wife Sayuri, they decided to leave their day jobs in Japan and went to the United States to study brewing and returned to Japan in 2000 and started Baird Brewing. And they also opened up the Numazu Fish Market Tap Room. Numazu is a small town, a port on the coast of Shizuoka, about an hour or maybe 90 minutes south of Tokyo by train. And they opened up a small bar, tap room, and brewery in the back of that. A friend of mine used to work there and eventually became their head brewer. He's no longer there. But Baird has certainly expanded over the time. They expanded to a 250-liter system and then a 1,000-liter system. And they began exporting to the USA in 2008. And in 2005, they began opening tap rooms with their first 2008, their first tap room in Tokyo. And in 2014, they made a major expansion. They opened up a very large brewery and a restaurant tap room in Shuzenji, which is in the mountains in Shizuoka Prefecture, not too far from Numazu. And that was a major expansion for them, for sure. They have 10 tap rooms, and one of them is the original in Numazu, the Fish Market Tap Room. And they have one in Shuzenji at their big brewery there, one in Hakuba, which is a famous skiing resort, one in Osaka, which opened very recently, and one in Los Angeles as well, and 5 in Tokyo. So it's pretty easy to find their beers in those parts of Japan, certainly. Okay, in any case, let's get back to the beer here. Baird Beer labels are often very interesting. They are done to look like woodblock prints, traditional woodblock prints, and what you see here, of course, is a big yuzu fruit, the citrus fruit, and this is supposed to be apparently they received, when they first made this, they received their fruit from one tree in the temple called Kiyokawa Dera in the garden there, and that's a temple in Numazu. And they received their first yuzu many years ago from that temple and began using it to make their beers. So this label is designed to show the temple garden where they received that yuzu here. This contains both yuzu peel and juice, and they add it in 2 additions. So they add it during the wort, when the wort is cooling, and then during maturation as well, they add more. And it also contains some rye and some oats as well. So this is, I think, an interesting fruit beer. It says Temple Garden Ale. The spicy aroma and tart flavor of yuzu fruit define this otherworldly brew. Shall we give it a go? Once again, this is Baird Temple Garden Yuzu Ale, a flavored fruit beer at 5.7% and 25 IBU. Okay, it's quite a hazy, sort of dull brownish yellow color. About a half finger of thick sudsy foam. Cannot see carbonation through this. Okay, the nose is certainly yuzu. Sharp and zesty. And you can get the yuzu juice too, I think. This is pretty sharp yuzu. Many brewers in Japan use yuzu in their beers, and it doesn't come off quite this way. This is very nice. Again, the first noticeable flavor is yuzu, the citrusy kind of feeling on your tongue. It's got a very nice combination of the zestiness and the fruit from the yuzu. Not a lot else. There is definitely some malt background, but it's taking a back seat to the fruit for sure. This is pleasant, very refreshing. This would be a wonderful summer beer, I think. You might want to seek this one out when the weather starts getting warmer. On RateBeer, this one has 174 ratings, an average score of 3.39, 72 percentile for all beers on RateBeer, and 93 for its style, which is flavored fruit beer. So a pretty decent rating for a fruit beer. Once again, give this a try if you happen to see it. Baird Beer is found many places. They do export to the U.S. You may find these beers in a larger liquor store in the U.S. for sure. So that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you will subscribe to the channel. Leave me a comment. If you have questions about Japanese craft beer, please do ask, and I'll try to find the answer for you. All right. Take care. See you next time. Bye-bye.